Hey guys, and welcome back to another classic gold farming video. In this video, I'm going to show you a really good open world gold farm. Before we get into it, I'd like to say a huge thank you to everyone that has gotten a copy of my classic gold guide. If you want to check it out, it is linked down below in the description box. So the farm that we're going to be talking about today can make around 60 gold plus on the fresh anniversary servers, and this is on PvE. On the PvP servers, you could probably even make more than that. So the farm that we're talking about is the Blasted Lands buffs. So in Blasted Lands, there are some quests that in reward, they give buffs that are used in the raid. So everyone is going to need these buffs for doing the raid. And how the quest works are basically you go out and you farm mobs in Blasted Lands for materials and you hand them in to actually go ahead and complete the quest to get the buffs. So what we can do as gold makers is we can farm these quest items and we can sell them on the auction house to people that are too lazy to go out and farm the items themselves for the quest. Now there is 5 different mobs and there's 5 different items that we're mainly going to be farming for. Now these all have different locations spread out through Blasted Lands, but basically you can farm pretty much every single mob in Blasted Lands and have a chance at getting these materials. They have a very high drop rate, very high drop rate from these mobs. And also these mobs can be skinned, so you can make some really good gold if you have a skinning also. So basically what you want to do is you just want to run around and basically farm all of the different mobs that you see in Blasted Lands. The items that we're farming for have a very high drop chance from these mobs. So you can farm a bunch of these very easily and very quickly, and actually sell for quite a lot of gold, and they have extremely high demand on the auction house and they sell very quickly. Now you do not need to have skinning when doing this, but obviously it's a little bit of extra gold that you can make when doing this farm. Now I'm doing this on a mage, but the cool thing about this farm is that you do not need a mage. It's not based on doing this as AoE. Basically, the best possible class to do this would probably be something like a warrior or like a rogue, something that doesn't have to basically sit down and drink to get mana back every single time that they pull. Because these mobs are quite spread out and you can't do massive AoE pulls. You can do some where it's like 4 mobs, 5 mobs at a time, but the majority of them, you're going to be killing them one by one. So pretty much any class can come here and do this. Now, if you're doing this on hardcore, you need to be careful for this elite dragon. It does roam around this location, so you have to be very careful if you're doing this on hardcore. But obviously, if you're not on hardcore, there's pretty much nothing to worry about. These mobs are extremely easy to kill, and you can just go around farming them very easily. Now, if you really wanted to, you could come here as low as like level 47 and actually grind on these mobs and make a bunch of gold whilst leveling up. But the way that you're going to make the most gold is obviously coming here at level 60, just blasting through all of these mobs. They're very easy to kill, so you won't need pretty much any gear whatsoever. If you're fresh level 60, you can come here and you can fly through the mobs. What I recommend doing, just so you don't have to keep looking at a guide to see exactly where these mobs are, I would recommend picking up the quests when you come into Blasted Lands. This way it will actually show markers on your minimap where all the different mobs are located. This way you can just run around based off your minimap and you can see where they're actually at, just until you get used to where all the mobs spawn and basically where they are. But as you can see, these items are going for a lot of gold on the PvP anniversary realm, and this is on the fresh classic anniversary realms. Some of them go as high as like 2 gold each, and you can farm a bunch of them within an hour. On the minimum, you're going to be looking at around 60 gold per hour, but you can now honestly bump that up to 70, 80 gold per hour if you're efficient with how you actually go ahead and do this. Now you also have a chance of getting some really good BOEs from these guys. There's a few epics that drop and things like that if you get lucky enough, or if you farm this location for long enough, you will come across some blues and some purples from doing this farm. But obviously the main reason you're here is for that steady gold from these quest items that sell very well up on the auction house. And if you have skinning, obviously you can skin the mobs and you can just vend the leather, or you can sell the leather up on the auction house if it is worth doing so. But as you can see, that is how the farm works. If you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up button and also subscribe to the channel for more gold making content. And if you'd like to learn all the secrets of making gold in classic World of Warcraft, you can check out my complete classic gold making guide, which will be linked down below in the description box. This is a guide that goes over absolutely everything when it comes to making gold in classic World of Warcraft. Till the next one, guys, take care.